Hey y'all, today's episode of The Read is being brought to you by Showtime and the critically acclaimed series, The Chi. That's for Chicago. The heart and soul of Chicago's South Side lies in its community. But when your world is a daily struggle just to get by, can you rise up and stand tall to realize a better tomorrow?
Let's see.
Well, watch as Ronnie, Brandon, Emmett, and Kevin confront the tough choices that will shape the futures in The Chi, created and executive produced by Emmy Award-winning bad bitch Lena Waithe, and Academy Award winner Common. The new season of The Chi is going to premiere Sunday, April 7th at 10 p.m. Don't miss it, you fool. It's only on Showtime. And you can try a free month of Showtime by going to Showtime.com and entering the code THEREAD. 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 I feel like I said it wrong the first time.
I mean, it was a little fast, but it was okay.
This offer is for the first time subscribers only, so you scamming girls slow down, okay? And it expires on May 6th.
Y'all
right?
already
so
used your free code for decency and marriage.
Stop playing
you can't
the
do
girls,
it again, House.
okay? Not on our watch. Not on ours. And let's start the show. Sunny days, birds singing sweet sounding songs of love.
Okay.
As we walk hand in hand, just kicking up sand as the ocean laughs at our feet. I'm in your arms and all of your charms on for me.
Is this a Disney song?
Not for me. Check it. I need a crunk type nigga. Make 7 figures. Lace with the platinum, not the silver shit, nigga. Nigga, 10-inch or bigger. No, not to lick it or stick it. What? Don't get me wrong, cause I'm not out. I know what I got, you can handle though. Cause only real niggas what? You don't know.
No.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Nigga, you must be crazy. What you gonna do with a bitch like me? I'm so good at being mad and I bet you never had out.
What the fuck is this song? Why don't I know this?
Why don't you know
I don't know. Who is it? What is it?
You know what? Because this album came out when you evolved into your adulthood and you were just over
Oh,
what
okay.
we were
So I was
doing.
grown. All right.
Fan mail.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Shut up, bitch. I can't stand you.
I probably gave fan mail one listen and was like, all right,
How
that's
fucking
enough.
dare you?
I know. How dare I? You right.
Candy Burst should be pissed.
Come fight me, Candy. I'm so sorry, girl.
Ooh, that was my song.
I like that, though. I'm going to have to go look that up.
I'm good at being bad. It's a fucking TLC classic.
I like the message behind that one.
Sorry I turned you out. Guess I didn't know that a man could be so soft.
Damn, really? Those are the real
Well, I
lyrics?
guess I have to give you back the flowers, the candy, the diamonds. Oh, wait, hell no, bitch. You better keep that. I'm definitely going to keep that.
Is that? Oh my God. This is so black.
That you don't mind. I'm not the mushy kind. It's the best song ever.
I'm gonna look it up and see how close this rendition was to the
I tried.
to the real thing.
And if you were listening to me sing that and you said, oh, sounds so pretty, girl. You know what? Give yourself a pat on the back, bitch. Right at your desk or wherever the fuck your car, bitch, the train, wherever you at, bitch, listening to this raggedy shit. If you heard me sing that and you said, that sounds so pretty, girl, you are an icon. Get into yourself.
Are they? Just guessing you up.
Well, no, because that's how the song goes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like accepting your
Yeah, I didn't
compliments
receive.
for
I
once.
didn't
No, you
receive.
didn't. Okay.
What you were saying. No,
Got you.
that's what Lisa says on the song.
Got you.
So, welcome back to this show, guys. I am the epitome of black girl magic, the definition of black girl magic, Hermione Granger.
And I am Ashanti Carmen. You know, I have heard many, many times that Hermione Granger was supposed to be black, I guess, like originally.
So let me tell you how
Because when I
JK
read the books, I thought that I was reading a description of a little black girl, but that is clearly not who was in the movies.
Let me tell you how the doll Joanne
Oh no.
absolutely decimated the Potter girls after they did. So have you read or seen The Cursed Child?
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Okay, well, not that many people have.
It's like a sequel?
I mean, you can fully go and get the book and read it, but no, it started as a play.
Okay.
In London, I believe, and
Oh right.
then they basically took like the screenplay or whatever and made it into a book, so you can literally just read it.
Okay.
But I think it's here now.
Oh, like on Broadway?
But when they originally cast it, the woman who played Hermione was black.
Oh yes, I
And
remember
so they
this.
started this whole
They were
how the
pissed.
fuck dare you nigger up my childhood.
Oh
And
man.
J.K. Rowling tweeted canon, which
Wow. The
I just-
nerds.
I can
the
only
nerds can't
say-
argue with that.
she said canon.
Lord.
Brown eyes, frizzy hair,
Did.
and what is and very smart, I think was the thing that she said. And she was
Which is
like,
a black girl characteristic.
white was never specified. I live for black Hermione. So my Hermione Granger,
Yes.
my book Hermione is black. My cinematic one is still white. You know, Emma Watson, you're
Right.
you
Okay.
But
Sure.
You know?
I don't like those movies. So
and you know what? And that's why I brought this up in the first goddamn place, because I have been, doing my writing, trying to finish this fucking script, and in the background I decided to play like a Harry Potter marathon.
Yikes.
Just soaking up how many of the films
help
did you
you work?
watch? How many of the films did you watch?
Oh, I think I suffered through 3 or 4.
No, you didn't.
Oh no, I did. I actually did.
How many
The
did you
one
watch?
where they went so far off the book, I was like, you motherfuckers have actually got me fucked up, and I will no longer
How dare you?
subject myself to any of this shit. But I got through.
They're both such great journeys.
Both? What do you mean?
I mean, the film and the book series separately.
Oh, okay. No, that's not true. The books are great. The books are phenomenal. However, the movies are.
The movies are also great.
I definitely watched, was it Sorcerer's Stone? Is that the first
Okay, well,
one?
that one, I could see you not liking it, especially as a
mean,
grown-up.
Honestly, the problem is that they got worse after
No.
the first one.
See, this is where I have to call you a liar.
No, I don't care. Well, that's
Because
fine.
they get so much better.
You can do that. But no, I think it was after Prisoner of Azkaban. Yeah. Where I was like, y'all have lied straight up to my face with
No.
this movie. It went so far off the book. I could not handle it. So I'm not looking at this no more.
Girl,
Nope.
it's a film
I don't care.
adaptation
I
of a
don't-
book.
I don't care. Well, it's a poorly done film adaptation of a book. But that's okay
You
because it's for
disgust
kids
me.
and kids don't give a fuck.
Lies. Because I still live to this day.
Because you
I
watched it as a
still go
child.
back and watch.
Yeah.
I still go back and read the books and watch the movies
That's
just
called nostalgia.
periodically
Yeah.
for a good time.
Yeah.
And they're both great.
Okay, yeah, that is the young you saying that. Had you watched it as
Anyways.
a grown person like me, you would feel the way I do.
I have been playing them in the background of writing, trying to just let the imagination
yeah,
run wild
Let it run.
and allow me to get things done.
Mhm.
And I've been having a great time reliving some film, Harry Potter film moments, and Hermione's just an icon. And so I had to give her just due
Okay.
for that. I know some of you girls are, feel very, you know what? Never mind.
about
Some of the girls
Not
feel,
these books,
feel
Lord.
so attached to Snape and her whole journey. And I'm just like,
attached. The Snape was a bitch. The whole fucking series.
she went out, she went out the way that she went out and things. And I get, her little heart hurt, but then she didn't have to take
you
it out on
grown
the
though,
dog.
right? You took it out on
That
the
I don't
child.
have, I don't even know them niggas.
Right.
I didn't even meet them niggas.
And Harry's mom.
Don't know them.
What was her name?
Lily.
Lily. It's not Lily's fault. You was a whole fucking asshole. Like you was.
Alicia
rude.
didn't see it,
Had
so
a
she
big old
went with
crush
the
on her
winning
and couldn't
team.
Just say it. I don't
Keep it
blame her.
moving.
Oh, that's another thing. The books describe Lily and God damn it, what's Harry's dad? James. They describe Lily and James as being so beautiful, like just so extremely attractive.
Don't
both
do
of
this.
them. No, they do.
Don't do this.
And then in the movie,
No.
Okay,
This is
fine.
where we can stop.
okay, fine. I am just saying what was told to me in the book and what was portrayed to me on screen was two different faces. That's all I'm saying.
Wait till I make a nigga Hogwarts. You bitches are not even going to be prepared for when
no.
when they truly let me into this shit somehow, and I climb in through one of these windows and make a
Nigga
black magic.
Oh God.
See, I don't know if I want to go black superhero, like mutant power Negroes, or if I want to go the wizard and witchcraft way. Because I feel like if I go superheroes, I got probably less to deal with on the church side of things.
Yeah, but more to deal with on the white racist side of things.
Oh, that's a fact too. I mean, either way.
Well, you're right about that.
They're going to be mad regardless.
But the whole black people are mutants because their bodies are different than ours. It's just white people are just going to run with that. But, I mean, don't let that stop your art.
Well,
make your shit.
This week in Black Excellence is 12-year-old young man by the name of Monte Scott. I don't know if you saw this video. It went viral on Facebook.
Oh, then I definitely didn't.
Facts. Well, this young man was recorded by some passerbys because he was using a garbage can to fill up potholes.
Sorry, I thought I could vape
and get away with it. No, you didn't.
And then I did see this video. Thank you, Instagram. I did see this.
Oh, yeah.
It was beautiful.
Right. So he basically gathered a whole bunch of dirt and his shovel and a garbage can and decided to fill up these potholes on the streets of, forgive me, Michigan, for if I say this, Muskegon Heights? Muskegon?
Probably Muskegon.
Okay. Well, he told some people that he was filling the potholes up because he didn't want people to get their cars and lives possibly banged up.
Yeah.
The way apparently his mama's car might have in those potholes. His granny and them be driving down that road. Mm-hmm. And so he took it upon himself to fill the potholes up since nobody else is doing anything about it. So here's why I cried.
Okay.
This is why I got emotional, right? Because first of all, you know, like, I'm already sort of like frustrated with a lot of energy with this whole Nipsey Hussle thing and like the circumstances of his passing and like how that has really like this, it's reverted into this discussion of like violence within our own community and the way that we treat each other and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I've always said, you know, that many of us black people, we're products of our environment. We're products of our circumstance.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And not to obviously excuse anything because you have people who sort of are a result of their surroundings and they end up in negative circumstances because of it. Just because that's what they know, that's what they taught, that's what they're experiencing.
And it's hard to get out the hood.
And it's really hard to get out of the hood or even just the mindset of the hood. Mm-hmm. And then you also have kids like this who are just like, you know, nobody else is going to do anything about this, so I'm going to do something about it. And I'm thinking about the fact that, like, again, like we're products of our environment and our circumstances, but they're like, they've been intentionally set up. Like we've been put in places to suffer and to not have anything and to turn on each other and to be self-destructive, I think, in certain ways. Mm-hmm. And then I'm thinking of this kid in Michigan, the same place that's literally poisoning its kids and has the resources to not be doing these things. Mm-hmm. And it's just kind of like, nah, let these kids die. Let these kids have like suffer from brain damage or any of these other things. And this is like, this ain't no kid out here with his family and banners and trying to go viral on Instagram. Like this is legit a kid who was just like, girl, nobody else is gonna, like, do you see this pothole, my nigga?
And it's huge. And
this shouldn't even, there's no reason that this kid should be doing this.
Right.
He should not be the one to have to be doing this. Yes. Like, and that's what pissed me off about it, and that's what made me emotional. It's just like these kids like really are out here just like fuck it. Like I guess I gotta take care of me and my family and my people on my own and figure it out.
Yeah.
Just like to be left as a 12-year-old, like you're not supposed to be outside filling up potholes. Right. Like maybe you outside like cutting the grass or something because your mama or your daddy told you to or whoever. Yeah. But like this is not the work for a 12-year-old kid in the neighborhood to do. Mm-hmm.
It's not his responsibility at all.
It's like bittersweet to me in a sense to like highlight him because it's like an excellent thing that just this kid's heart on his own was like, let me go out and do this. Not because like I don't specifically want for my mama to have to do this. Like I don't want for nobody to be driving around here and possibly get hurt. A 12-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you shouldn't have to be the one to be doing this.
Yeah.
There should be full-ass grown-ups who are out here looking after, you know what I'm saying, you and your environment for you. Like, you should feel safe. And like, it just, it's so frustrating to just continuously see us like struggling. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I really do. Like, when I saw the video, I thought, what a sweet, beautiful, kind-hearted little boy who absolutely should not even be put in the position to where he feels like he needs to go out with a bucket and some dirt and fix the fucking potholes.
Like, come on.
That is the responsibility of the city, county, whomever. Like, all the adults involved, everybody who has known about these street repairs that desperately need to be done and has done whatever they can do to make sure it doesn't happen. I'm sure it boils down to money, and y'all don't give a fuck about probably roads around poor people's houses in lower income neighborhoods, that sort of thing. So you really don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
All of y'all should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. And it's not like dirt is really going, hold up or anything, but the fact that the little boy cares enough to go out there and be like, I'm tired of my mama, being pissed because she got to go down to Walmart and get a new fucking tire every, week because y'all niggas just are neglecting our shit. So the excellency from me is definitely more in the fact that this 12-year-old person is so selfless and wants to do good, because there were certainly potholes around my neighborhood and it never even occurred to me to go fill them up my damn self.
Look,
I'm just not that good of a person.
You and I see eye to eye.
So that's how I felt about it. And then immediately, like, okay, I don't know who exactly is in charge of these people's roads and transportation, but they need to be fucking fired because this is a shame. Like, y'all shouldn't even be celebrating him in that town. Y'all should be thinking about what y'all can do to fix the fucking streets.
That's just how, like, our neighborhoods are looked at, period. Like, nobody gives a fuck about fixing anything, maintaining anything or whatever. And then, like, when that's what you have, how can you be shocked when people just have certain sorts of mindsets, not even just destructive ones, but, like, hopeless ones. Yeah. And I don't know, it's just fucking sad, man. It really is. But at the same time, young man, shout out to you.
We've got a lot of institutional and structural problems in this country. A lot.
No fucking shit.
Taxing the incredibly wealthy would alleviate so many of them. It would solve so many problems, and yet we just won't.
Because you would still be so incredibly wealthy.
Right.
You would still have so
Betsy
much
DeVos
money.
wouldn't have to sell not one yacht. She wouldn't have to sell not one of them. What the fuck, man? It shouldn't be no such thing as people out here with multiple mansions and multiple yachts and shit like that when there are people who don't have roads they can drive on.
But you don't want these niggas to have roads to drive on or clean water.
Yeah.
Or
safe places
or to be able
live,
to go to the damn
or quality
doctor.
Educations,
or any the fuck thing else.
Or good food in schools. You don't give a fuck about none of it. Not one fucking thing. It's very disheartening. But shout out to that young man for being a light in his community when he really should not have to do that.
It's so frustrating.
But it's so sweet to see somebody care like that, because I just was definitely not that generous of a child.
Also, congratulations to Aoki Lee Simmons for getting into Harvard.
Oh, okay. Go Aoki.
Talk about some badassery, 16-year-old. So tell that little pasty faced knuckle dragging ass bastard at your school who loves to use the N-word and bully people that he can kiss your Harvard attending ass.
That's right.
And it is what it is out here. And we still pull up, tell his daddy I said it. I live for Gamora screaming like a mama would in the background of each and every one of these videos. So
go off.
Good for you. Did you see her sister?
No.
Her sister posted like a picture in her bikini or something, and it said, Aoki gets into Harvard, me. And then it was just,
that's just, I'm hearing this swimsuit.
Like, well, I love it.
Yes, Gamora sounded proud like a parent that didn't write a check for their baby to get into school.
Oh, and in the caption, all the shade was there and I lived. And they told, Aunt Becky, you're going to jail. You're going.
Aunt Becky's not going to jail.
They said, listen.
She's not going.
We want you in jail. They
want it. They want it real bad. Yeah. But it's not going to happen.
But they're like, look. No.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear none of that fuck shit. We want you.
Right.
We want to see you locked up.
They're not going to give her a plea deal without recommending jail time, but there's no way the judge is actually going to give her jail time.
Yeah, they're not going to jail.
No. Rich white women, please be serious.
I just loved reading that headline today.
Yeah.
I said, doo-ba-doo-ba-ba.
It was a very satisfying headline, but Only.
Well, let me have my fun while I can.
Yeah, take it wherever you... Black joy. You just take it wherever you can get it. Speaking of joy, did you watch the end of Broad City? Man. It's on my watch list, and I can't really bring myself to... This season has been incredible, but the series finale, I laughed and cried. Like, boo-hoo, tears streaming down my face at least 3 times during that episode.
Yeah, I'm not prepared for that.
It was really... I just thought that they wrapped up that series so well, and I just love Abby and Alana. Broad City, I just... cannot get over how good it is.
It's a really great show.
Yeah, and you just wait till you see it, because I just love what they... God damn, I just love it so much. Oh,
I don't even... Okay.
Yeah, just watch it.
I have a lot to catch up on anyway, so I'm going to put that on the back burner to hide from it as long as I possibly can, because I don't want Broad City to be over yet.
Oh, yeah. I actually waited for the whole season to be over before I went back and watched it, because I was like, no, I need it to last for as long as possible. It's so good.
Okay.
So good.
So, excuse me.
You sure you don't want to this Allegra?
You know what? I'm good.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
We'll see how I make it through.
All right.
So this week in Sweeney Top, the demon bottom of Fleet Street.
What?
I don't know.
Is that the name of the movie?
Sweeney Todd.
I thought it was just
book.
Sweeney Todd.
It's Sweeney Todd, the demon barber on Fleet Street.
Oh, I did not know the extra part, the subtitle. Oh, yeah. God. Your mind.
I try.
You're so smart.
So, rough week. Not even much going on. People are all kinds of sad over Nipsey Hussle being murdered. So... today I read that the suspect in the shooting, Eric Holder, I guess they found him like trying to check himself into a mental hospital somewhere. Someone called the police and came and picked him up. One of the hospital employees apparently was streaming it.
Niggas, wow, you're going to be fired. How is that not a HIPAA violation?
Oh yeah, she's not. I mean,
bitch, you cannot stream this.
The doll's going down.
Yo, what the fuck? y'all live online and you've got to start logging off. What the fuck?
Apparently he's in solitary confinement at the moment, but I'm sure it's a wrap for him.
Yeah, because I feel like niggas in the jail are probably none too, pleased or satisfied. I didn't realize that Nipsey Hussle was as beloved as he was, to be quite frank with you. Mm-hmm. I only knew about him from that Instagram post, that caption a few months ago, whenever that was, where he was just like ridiculously homophobic. And, never checked out his music, never really paid attention to him or had a reason to. So I didn't know about the good things he was doing in his community. And I did not know that he had, frankly, so many fans. Like, I just did not know he had touched as many people as he did. So it's been sad to see people grieving like they have.
Yeah, I knew more about like the things he was doing within his community. A lot of that was by way of like Karen Civil and just stuff I would see on Instagram and stuff, which was why the comment that he made about homosexual people was so disappointing. But yeah, I know more about what he was doing within his community than I did about his music.
Gotcha.
Period. Like that, just being honest. Mm-hmm. But
I mean, every time somebody said his name, I thought they meant Nipsey Russell. And they were just getting it wrong. Every single time. I was like, why is Nipsey Russell coming up all the fucking time now?
It wasn't that bad for me.
Yeah, no.
I feel you.
Very much not tapped into what he was doing. But niggas are really heartbroken. And I hate to see people sad. So
I really, when I heard that he was shot, first thing I thought about was Lauren London. Because I know that she loves the fuck out of him. They have kids. Well, I think they have a child.
They had some videos with GQ come out very, very recently.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like within the past week or so.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I had just seen that. And I thought, they seem like, cute.
You know what I saw when I thought, and this was like, it's funny you bring that up because I legit thought of that too. It was like, because that had to have been like a couple of days before I saw that. And I remember watching that clip and laughing because I was like, this is so a thing that like in a couple, a girl would love to do. And the nigga was just like doing it so that she's happy.
Right.
Because he seems so like, I'm just, I'm here because you want to do this.
But he also actually like knew things about her. So I was like, okay, it seems like.
Oh, you were gagging that he actually knew stuff?
Yes, because it's a damn shame how many of these random videos I've seen. And a lot of times the man does not know even the most basic, like Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner did one. Don't ask me why I've seen it. But Travis didn't even know the name of her dogs. Like, it was.
But it seemed like them niggas knew each other for like 2 days before they had a child together and all kinds of stuff.
I was like, okay, he know her coffee order and everything.
Nipsey been together for a little minute. Yeah, that was like
5 or 6 years. So that just
was just like so leaned back in the whole thing and just cool about it and was like, yeah, she like such and such and like I ain't got no favorite. I ain't got no celebrity crush. She is my celebrity. Like it was just like stuff like that. He was just like, I'm doing the cute couple shit because she likes it and we can go after this. Yeah, and I just laughed because I thought that was adorable and then it was like mere days later I hear he's shot and I'm like, wow, he'll probably pull through this and go on like a tour about the experience and how we need to do better and that would be that. I for whatever reason I didn't expect to hear that he died. So
well, I think
it's tragic just to me from
it is sad
the perspective that there are so many people that love him and regardless of the fact that I wholeheartedly disagree with his stance on homosexuality and you know the things that he said about it, he could have been given the opportunity to sit down with somebody and learn, you know, or evolve from that way of thinking. But regardless, he was having STEM programs for kids and trying to empower like young Black entrepreneurs and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's really tragic, especially the circumstances of it. Like, if what I've heard about why this nigga decided to go in there and shoot him is true, I mean, it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't.
Like, what I mean, you know what I'm saying? But just like dumb ego shit like this, like we just
that's really what it is.
Come on, for what? Like, and there are so many like honestly, another thing, it's you saying like, you know, you're surprised how many people were like touched by him and stuff. I heard a lot of like, I was more so surprised by like little stories that I heard by either people that knew him or people that maybe had, you know, folks that were close to him, like personal stuff that he was doing that's not like in blogs or anything, that was just sort of like a reflection of his character. So just all in all, I just find it to be really sad. But
it is.
I mean,
what can you say? I mean, I don't really have very much to say about him because, like I said, didn't pay close attention to him or his career. But
I just feel sad for his family and I'm praying for them. Like, I was surprised that Lauren even put anything up on Instagram already. I'm sure that, you know, a lot of that is knowing that people are concerned for you and stuff like that, but
it must be rough. It just must be so hard to have somebody snatched away from you. And in that way, you know, he was at the store that he opened in the community trying to give back to his community, and the community is the ones who shot him. So it's like,
it just
goddamn, man. But Raquel Willis, who is the executive editor of Out.com, wrote a really great essay called Black LGBTQ People Deserve to Feel How They Want about Nipsey Hussle, and it is extremely good. I suggest you all go to Out and read that. And she touches on, you know, the fact that it's conflicting because he was clearly doing so much good for Black people, and yet his words really hurt a large segment of Black people. Absolutely. And we're allowed to reckon with that. You know, it can be both. And I know a lot of the conversation online has been people sniping back and forth and arguing with each other about whether he's worthy of all the attention. But
I agree that Black LGBTQ people do deserve to feel how they want to feel. I also think that, you know, there is such a thing as like decency, compassion, and like sensible conversation and debate. I think that like a lot of, you know, and I was just getting into saying that, like, I've been logging off when celebrities die for like at least a solid decade online because like niggas just don't know how to act. To me, even the whole conversation of is this a conspiracy or not is like, and let me tell you something.
That's so foul.
Let me tell you something. As far as conspiracy theories go, I don't give too many of them attention. And I don't know next to anything about Dr. Sebi or CB or however you say his name. But one thing I do believe in very much so is like holistic care, herbal remedies and things like that.
Same.
And I also believe that Big Pharma will stop at nothing to get their coin because,
of course, right.
Look, you know, so... I mean, I get certain people feeling whatever about it, but like, girl, I highly doubt that the people very closest to Nipsey Hussle right now are concerning themselves with, you know, whether or not Advil is out here, putting bags on people's heads and stuff like that. Like, just like decency.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even
like
pay attention
humane.
To the conspiracy theories. Like, y'all
calm
just reaching
down,
for
bruh.
anything. No, the internet's not going to do that.
But can we ever at a time? Please.
No.
Fuck.
No, people are literally not going to. That's why if you're not the type to want to join in on that, it's best to just log off because it's like,
that's what the fuck I do.
Everything on social media, when a big event like that happens, it's so insulated and it's like, everybody, it feels like, you know, is talking about this and talking about it nonstop. And it's like, you know, I just don't have anything to contribute. Right. But, and then but it's not just
then there's
talking.
Being disgusting.
Right. There's breaking down all these different things about, you know, whoever this Dr. Sebi man was and Left Eye and y'all done made memes now with all of them on a plane together and then Lauren with all your ignorant dumb shit.
Come on, bro. Like at what point? I don't know.
Honestly, I think people have to grow up and get to a point in their lives where they don't want to act like that no more. No, because the internet just makes it too easy.
It's not about age because it's girls out here who are far too old.
I said grow up, not get older. You got to grow up.
Well, yes, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's about that. Because the culture, a large part of that corner of it anyway is so, oh, well, you know, like it's the internet. Like, what you gonna do about it? And I don't know, like some of the unnecessary, I don't know. I just been praying for the girls and minding my literal business, trying to get my work done. And I don't know what more, you know, I could do. I'm really sad that so many people are hurt by it, and it's just unfortunate. Yeah. And some of y'all really need to get your shit together.
I mean, I feel the same way, and I just, like I said, didn't know anything about him other than that one hugely negative thing. So I didn't feel like it was my place to speak on it. Right. And I'm not, you know, affected by his death because I was not connected to him. But I also don't think that means I need to go on the internet and be like, well, he was a homophobic piece of shit. And so if y'all mourning that nigga, keep it away from me because I don't give a fuck because he ain't like us no fucking way or whatever. Like, if you feel that way, fine. But does it all have to happen like this? You know, I think I feel the same way you do about it. Like, I just wish I wish the internet was set up so that people would like explore multiple sides of an issue, like, and it was like a way that we could have a debate about things and talk about what somebody did. And then, you know, the things that they did that weren't as positive, you know, all of that is going to be part of your legacy. And so to act like he didn't do it or to act like that Breakfast Club interview made it all better is just like, I want all of you to let each other have your feelings, but I feel like I am not even a part of this conversation because of how disconnected I am from him.
I understand that like some of these things are definitely asking wildly too much. I get that. But at the same time, it's just
we're definitely asking for too much.
It's not so much that to me as it is like the idea that like saying the wildest, foulest shit possible because there are little to no consequences for it. That being like sort of celebrated, it just leads to things that just get depressing anyway for a person like me that's wildly sensitive in many ways, because it's one thing when you're just talking about like, you know, last night I went on a rant about how much I hate ackee. And it's the Jamaican national fruit. I
saw that and I stayed out of it, but I also
good idea.
Do not like ackee.
So I mean,
like it at all.
But that's more fair for you. You know what I'm saying? You're an old, you know, an Oklahoma girl.
Country ass bitch. We don't eat that.
They ready to chop me up because it's like, how dare you? And I'm standing in what the fuck ackee period for life. None of y'all gonna run up. My daddy don't like ackee either. So what time is it?
Right,
don't care.
Argue with your dad.
And fuck sorrow.
And when you die, niggas is gonna be like, yeah, Kid Fury did a lot of things, but that nigga didn't like ackee.
So
we cannot
fuck that
forget
bitch ass nigga. That's what you get. You ain't from Jamaica, no way, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that is. Like when you're talking about somebody who's lost their life, especially in a tragic way,
Yeah.
I just feel like there should be tact.
Mm-hmm. My heart goes out to his children and to Lauren, his family and friends, because this is just clearly a loss.
On the other side of things, let's discuss y'all continuously trying my girl. I don't know how many of y'all have lost your mind or
Is this
why.
about the man? Because I'm cussing him out.
Let's start. Okay. Okay. All right.
But if you want to talk about whoever these other niggas are, we could do it all.
I mean, well, that's really the only one that was on my mind. I know that apparently some girls took a photo that they didn't have any business, or leaked a photo that they.
Somebody
I don't know where
took
that
a
photo
picture
came
because
from.
you can see the glare from the frame
Yeah.
in the photo. Now, I don't know, obviously, if it was hung up at Beyonce's house, Miss Tina's house, no clue where, but whoever you are, you know good and fucking well you wasn't supposed to be taking the picture because you didn't even wait long enough to make sure you could get a good one. You snapped the shit real fast. I ain't want to look at it, and I wish people hadn't put it in my fucking mentions. But as soon as I saw it, and then it wasn't on Instagram and it wasn't on Beyonce.com, I said, oh no, one of you niggas finna die. And that's it.
I didn't see it in my mentions. I actually saw your tweet about it first, where you said something like, Beyonce is going to run that footage back.
She is.
And find out which one of y'all
It don't
did
even
this.
matter where it happened. She has footage.
And if you die, you die.
You die.
And I was like, what the fuck?
You don't want to know.
I didn't even know what you were talking about at that point. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, oh fuck. And then I think I went to your page and I saw that it was about a picture. And then when I went to Instagram later, like on my
Explore?
Not the explore part, but the other part where people like your mentions or
Oh, the activity thing.
Yeah, your activity part. I saw like a thumbnail of it. But those are real small.
They are.
But the caption, whoever tagged me in it, said something like, who leaked this? And I just didn't even click on it. I said, I don't
like,
want
I'm not going to look at that.
any part of this.
That's right. Because, I mean, it's a beautiful picture of Beyonce's children, but we had absolutely no business seeing it. So, a pox on your head, whoever did it. And
Am I like one of the only members of the Beehive that ain't really, like, I'm not
at all pressed for pictures of the twins, if that's what you asked.
I mean, I've seen them. She's allowed me to.
Yeah. And the
and I'm
pictures
good.
that Beyonce has put out are just, I'm actually not thirsty at all for Beyonce anything. I am very much like, on your time, girl, whenever you feel like putting it out, I'm perfectly fine. So
Maybe because we're older and tired.
Maybe that's it.
That's what
We've been standing for too long.
Maybe
okay?
that's what it is.
We're like,
we got our
I'm
stripes.
standing from over here, girl.
Yeah. I'm just like, whenever you have something to offer, I'm ready and willing.
No, I mean, because after the way y'all treated Blue,
look, come on.
I could not
Thank
fault
you.
her for hiding them fucking twins.
Every time you say that, you bring
I
it
won't
full
forget
circle
how y'all
again.
did Blue.
You bring it full
I
circle.
just won't. So,
it's true.
The twins looked exactly like I thought they would look. Blue Ivy is the queen, gorgeous as always, but we had no business seeing this photo. And
So it's the
somebody's
three of
going to
them.
die because of it. Yeah, it's just the three of them.
Why would you? I mean, I can't even imagine.
Why would you
What?
take a pic? Like, whoever house you were in, I guarantee you they have security cameras. They're going to run it back and they're going to find you. I just don't know why you thought that was a good idea. And then to show it to anybody else. Like,
I just have to know that how
if I was that stank of a bitch, y'all would have to look at it on my phone. Like, I'm holding my phone and showing you the photo. I would never text that, airdrop that to nobody. Never, bitch. Never.
Bitch, when I tell you that we are hiking up the tallest mountain and going deep into a cave to make sure nobody's...
Miss.
I would never.
Never. I would never do that.
I
But
wouldn't even
also
want to be...
never take a picture of those kids inside somebody else's. Like, this is just so wildly invasive. Yeah, and y'all don't give a fuck because it's Beyonce, but it's just really fucked up.
I don't know. It's like when you sort of set yourself up, even outside of a Beyonce, as someone who is very clearly private about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like give them person their grace. There's so many celebrities. Beyonce is like the biggest star,
right.
So I get that everybody wants to like know all of these little things and whatever, and that I was totally that person. So I get it, but like I don't know. Especially,
I want to know, but there's lines to what I will do. Like, there are lines I will not cross in the name of loving Beyonce, and that I just feel like if you were really high,
somebody could not have just taken it. No, I can't. I can't
believe they took it really quickly. I believe they did, because you can't just sit there and be like, all right, let me get the right angle for this illicit photo that I'm not supposed to take. I think they snapped it ultra fast and went on about their day. But nope.
I couldn't even.
Isn't that just, girl? Blue Ivy, I'm certain she's already orchestrated your murder.
I wouldn't even touch the furniture at Angie's house. Like, I wouldn't like...
I'm not drinking no Pepsis at Parkwood, nothing. I'm not touching nothing in here.
I'm not touching the door handle on Julia's car. Speaking of which, where the... you know what? We'll discuss that when we get...
Yes, we will get there.
Where have you been, sir?
Is he taking some personal time? Is he on vacation?
Vandals and vagrants out
here. Did Beyonce say, look, you could just go to stay in the Sprinter. I don't care. I don't know where he is, but we need him back full time, 24/7, protecting and guarding the queen because niggas is wilding out.
Speaking of babies, Amber Rose is having one.
What?
Yep, she's all pregnant, sis. All kinds of preggers. Some
nigga we don't know.
Yep.
Who is her last boyfriend that we knew about?
Well, the baby daddy name is AE.
Okay, let me Google.
AE, the number 4 president is his Instagram.
AE 4 president. Okay.
Yep. And Amber posted a photo of her getting her little ultrasound done with her big pregnant belly. Tatted pregnant women are just like another level of cute.
Yeah.
Because Kehlani's like when she I was so warm.
So sweet.
What a warm photograph.
Her maternity photos were really adorable. And then the tweet that she wrote when she had the baby, did you see it?
No, I didn't see that.
It was
what
something like, thank you for everybody who meditated and guided our angel as she arrived Earthside. And I was like, look at this Fran.
I'm not even surprised.
You know, we are just thanking the Earth Mother Goddess for this young being or whatever. It was very sweet, but, you know, very like... hippie-ish and
that baby probably
Oakland-ish.
came out meditating like
it probably did. Like, I feel very zen right now. It was a smooth delivery into here she is.
Amber says AE and I are super excited to announce that we have a sweet little baby boy on the way. P.S. Sebastian is so happy to be a big brother. You know I'm Bash Hive, so I'm really happy that he's happy.
That commercial with his daddy is too cute. God, I love it.
The cutest.
I love it so much.
Just for, you know, lady versus nigga contrast, I'm going to read you the baby daddy's caption.
Great. Thank you.
The baby's father posted, and his caption says, "Even when it's dark, my sun will shine."
Beautiful.
Thank you, baby, for my greatest gift. Shit wild. I love you. I can't wait to thug it out with my... It gets pretty bad.
Okay.
He says, I can't wait to thug it out with my baby boy. And baby boy, I promise I won't get mad if your first words are, where the bitch is at.
What? This is how... Oh my God.
Like what? Like are you saying
the bitches?
Nigga, what? I know it's a joke, but like what?
I mean, first word is just one word. It's like first question.
When you said your first words.
Got it.
Yeah.
There's just... I don't like that.
I just wasn't a fan of it either.
Oh no. No, I'm sorry.
But congrats to y'all anyway.
I don't like that at all. That's gross.
I didn't even know that she had a man much less all pregnant and stuff, and she's real pregnant.
Oh, okay.
But I hadn't really heard much about Amber Rose for a while either. So it seems like she's been, you know, ducking and doing her thing.
Same,
and
actually.
I salute.
And I don't know who AE is.
None of us do, honey.
Is he on a reality show or something?
None of us do, honey.
Nobody knows.
We don't know who she is, honey.
Producer, rapper.
Amber Rose, baby daddy.
Okay. Well, look,
you know what? Let's do
not a bad job title. That's not a bad job title.
I mean, there have been worse.
It really has.
Let's look at what he does.
It's probably a rapper.
He probably does like what?
He looks like a rapper.
A bunch of the other niggas on
promoter.
Yeah. Oakland boy. Last Kings Records. VP of A&R Def Jam.
VP. Okay, there you go. Now we know.
So he has a job. Thank you very much.
Okay. You bitches thought.
And how dare you
he was freeloading off
even assume otherwise.
You bitches assumed.
How
dare
fucking
you?
Dare you, in fact. Okay. AE for president, bitch.
And don't fuck it up.
Congrats, Ambisha.
No, that isn't.
I don't know why I did that.
I don't know why you did either. It's so random.
Yeah, well.
Good for Amber Rose.
So, did you see these texts between Nene and Portia?
You know I didn't. Oh, wait. Yes, the fuck I did because of Dustin fucking Ross. I did see those texts. What? So I haven't watched any of this show. I will watch the reunions. But you don't have to watch the season. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to watch the seasons. You only have to watch the reunions.
This season has like maybe 2 or 3 episodes altogether worth watching.
What is wrong with Lanithia?
Honestly, I tried to say that she's struggling, dealing with her husband having cancer. Shout out to Greg. He just finished chemo, I saw.
Oh, so he agreed to go.
Yeah, I guess I think 6 months of chemo is what he was doing, but they just posted like his videos of him banging his gong and stuff and getting his hug. So
okay. Well,
good for him.
Good.
But I tried to say, Nene's struggling and dealing with her husband having cancer, and I'm sure that what we don't see in the household is really difficult, and maybe that's why she's lashing out. But these texts were really nasty.
Yeah, and you're too old for that.
And you are too old for that.
Too old. Who are you talking to, bitch? Like, you don't get to cope with a stressful situation by taking it out on pregnant ass, goofy ass Portia. Portia not that bright. Why would you sit there and drag that girl the way you did? I was like, is all this necessary? Calling her fat and everything? The bitch is ultra pregnant. What?
She had just
had that baby.
5-6 days after giving birth.
I don't even care if it was 5-6 years since she gave birth.
You're right.
Whose body are you talking about, Nene?
So, just for a little backstory, because I'm sure a lot of y'all listening have not seen. During this season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, there's been ups and downs and all kinds of dramas and top models and top scammers and boom like an 808.
Okay.
So.
No. We won't boom like an 808.
What has Shamari been doing? So during this one episode where they was all at Nene house and she was looking like when they chopped Cersei Lannister bald, and Candy and them had because shame. So, I can't wait for this shit to start up. So Candy and Portia went to her closet at one point, and then she lost her mind and started getting violent and acting weird and scaring the fuck out of everybody. Mm-hmm. Portia was obviously particularly flustered because she happened to be quite pregnant at the time.
Right.
And
okay.
Here's this girl flinging around cameramen and stuff like
Good
that.
God.
So at one point, Nene hopped on her YouTube, and because it looked like they verbally jumped her on the reunion. I haven't watched it yet. But she's mad at everybody. Because, again, she feels attacked and she said what she said and she's tired of being made the victim and blah. So, at one point on her YouTube, she accused Portia of conspiring with the producers and doing a separate audio tape to make it seem like the incident was worse than it was and that she was frightened even though she wasn't. So this hit, I guess, the shade room, and Portia commented and said, "You are a bald edges lie. Nothing was taped and added. I said that the exact moment you were assaulting people on camera, just the same way Marlo yelled, 'She's pregnant!' Back to breastfeeding I go." So I'm assuming that this is what led Nene to sending these texts, which Portia, of course, and it's what makes you think that she won't go put this on Instagram?
Right.
I guess maybe you didn't care. I don't know. So Portia says, "This is what my so-called big sis sent me last night, 6 days after giving birth. Nene Leakes is so miserable." Okay, let's read it. So
she is, though. These are fucking miserable.
I don't disagree. She said, this is what Nene says to Portia in her iMessage. "You lying ass, big, fat, hungry bitch. I never put my hands on you. Marlo, Cynthia, nor Candy can ever say that. You want an excuse for going in my closet without my permission so you can talk your fake shit on IG. All you want, but remember my house is lit with cameras. Oh, and lit
what? With cameras? See, that's what happens when you old trying to use young people slang.
Oh, and don't forget who was by your side and saved your whack ass when you pulled Kenya off that sofa. Oh no, let's do this. Don't forget nobody fucked with you in San Fran or in Spain but me. You got something to say the truth, because if I put my hands on you, you will know it. Oh, and remember you had your hair flipped over your thin bald spot. I have hair, but if I don't, I have enough money to buy all the wigs and extensions I want."
Girl, they ugly for you to be bragging. Bitch.
What kind of
Nene, don't flex about your wigs unless they're Beyonce level wigs, and they are not, and we all know that. So just never bring up your wigs again.
Do you realize that you ain't in the Clovers? That you're not in high school?
The fact that you sent this text, when I first read it, I was like, This sounds like a high school girl.
Yes.
Like, this sounds like some honesty box shit. You young people don't know nothing about that. But way, way back in the early aughts, Facebook had an app called Honesty Box. And it was basically like Ask FM. It was just that, but on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And people would put random anonymous commentary in your honesty box. And that's really what this felt like to me. Somebody just letting it loose in somebody else's honesty box. But it's like, girl, all you're talking to me about is like shit on the show. Don't forget I had your back when something on the show. And nobody liked you in Trip on the Show and Trip on the Show. It's like, girl, what? Grow the fuck up. This lady just had a baby last week. You don't have nothing else to do. Greg don't need a drink or some loose clothing, something, nigga. Like, Nene,
Girl,
don't you got a couple of grandkids? Something, girl. This is just, it was trifling. And it went on and on. You don't want to, well, you might want to read all the messages between the two of them, but good
I just want to say, Portia immediately responded, and Portia doesn't give me many moments to stand.
No, she doesn't, because she's not running
so
all cylinders.
She responded, the first thing she says is, I'm not reading all that bullshit.
If you're not reading it, then why are you responding to it?
You know damn well I ain't record that. Oof, that's not what that says. I'm no studio to set you up. Kiss my ass, how dare you make that claim? I would not conspire no shit like that.
Conspire. You know, Portia, look.
And then oh wow, this is great.
Portia.
She sent it again, but like fixed it. So it says, damn well I ain't recorded that in no studio to set you up. And then she put the asterisk at the end and said, that one better, your line made me type too fast. You so full of shit. Go enjoy your one-time 3-episode commercial. I guess she's talking about that the pregnancy special that you predicted.
I mean, how could it not happen, really?
I don't know. I just didn't see it coming.
Portia was absolutely going to use that pregnancy for a check. And honestly, why not? I really don't even see an issue with it. I just absolutely saw it coming.
Anyways.
These text messages were truly ridiculous.
At one point she says something.
Like 60 years old, it gets even worse.
She says, good night, big piggy with the busted shape.
All these busted shape. The fact that Nene, girl.
You worry about them extra small baby ankles you rocking. Hopefully they hold up that giant body. Like, why would you, first of all, it's like,
does Nene know what Nene looks like?
I'm like, come on, bro. Like, what?
She's not, out here. I don't know what the words
it's
are
like
that
you
I'm trying to use, but like, girl, you're nobody's like Halle Berry, your damn
like
self.
Portia has been in bikini after bikini after bikini, right, showing off her great body, and you finally got the moment to call this bitch fat. And like, you're going off. Right. But do you know that we know that she just had a baby, and even if she didn't, girl, and Portia still looks great.
She does.
And girl, do you know what
you look like? I feel like we have to keep going back to this because Nene Leakes, sis, like, you don't have it facially to even talk about somebody else. Let's not even the whole body thing.
And we're talking about moving parts,
right? I really don't get it. And Portia can look exactly like she looks right now. Put a swimsuit on, and niggas will like it more than they would like a picture of Lanithia in that exact same swimsuit. Like,
and none of them damn sarongs and midriffs you be wearing.
We don't care. Your QVC ass fashions, bitch. Nobody cares.
How dare you?
You need to grow the fuck up.
Come on, Nene. Like, you're too old for
this. Like how we said earlier, some people get older and don't grow up.
You're right.
That is Lanithia Leakes. She's needs to grow up.
My show had 12 episodes, and I'm definitely not going to watch yours because I'm too busy securing the bags. Nene, you're a grandma.
For real, though. And we're not trying to be ageist, but like, at what point do you grow up?
Adam is 3 years old.
Portia is 3 years old. No, for real though.
Can we get that on a shirt? That's iconic. And it just always comes back around.
My mama got me right together at age 17, and you know that lesson has stuck with me. I don't know what Nene's problem is.
And the fact that, like, oh God, I wish you could have got that on tape, because the way that you set yourself up, like, it so looked like her mama, who, like, feels like she shouldn't even have to tell this to your ass, but I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you anyway. So,
because you know she was sitting at the table paying bills or something, and here I come interrupting some shit.
That's what I saw in my head.
She like, this bitch, girl, what? You bother me with this dumb shit? If you don't carry your grown ass out in the other room, the nigga is 3. How can he really be getting on your nerves? He's 3. Just walk away.
That tickled me.
Mess. Yeah, Nene is this was just so out of line.
Yeah, I do better, sis.
I mean, and let's be serious. We all know Portia's going to have a trainer and a chef and all that, and she will, you know, quote unquote, bounce back within the next 6 months.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Portia about to go out of her way to be skinny in like 2 days.
Just to shit on you. Like, what? Nene, see, I think you're right.
Have a big back.
She's definitely under a lot of stress, probably because of Greg's illness, but you can't take that out on people in this manner. And like, this is just absurd. I'll
join
watch
a
the
kickboxing class,
and see
girl.
what I'm missing out on, but anything, bitch. You can knit, sew, crochet. You can start making your own wigs. Maybe then they would have a scalp or a part. All kind of shit you could be doing other than this, bitch. You could play the flute, the piccolo, the oboe. It's a lot of woodwinds, actually.
Yeah, there are a lot of
a whole lot. You could get a piano. She probably has a piano just to stunt in that big ass house.
She probably does.
A piano that can't nobody play. Why don't you get some fucking lessons?
Literally
learn how to do anything,
Duolingo.
Bitch. Draw, paint, sew, anything, ho. You got all this money, take a fucking trip. I don't get it. Ugh, trifling.
Brian Birdman Williams told Wendy Williams on her show recently, where he was a guest with Juvenile, as they are apparently working together again, that he would like to remove the tattoos from his face because he is getting older and he feels it's time. He wants to keep that big star, I guess, on his head, but he wants to get rid of the other shit. And he said he was talking to 50 Cent, who removed some of his tattoos, about whether or not that's something that he might be able to do. Mm-hmm. But if he cannot, he just has to live with it. To which Wendy said, Antonio will love you anyway. And he responded by saying, off rip? I think he said off rip.
Okay. What?
I'm just like, okay, so, all right. Birdman is 50.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, you know, just growing up through the Cash Money era, Big Timers and all of that stuff, a lot of the tattoos he has on his face now appeared throughout.
I actually don't remember what he looked like without them at this point.
Like,
I can barely recall.
Like, you can literally go back and look at some covers and stuff. Like, he added some of that, like, a lot of that shit over time. Like, being
you kept
older.
doing this. Right. So now all of a sudden
reach adulthood at like 47, 46.
And that's
like
sad.
That's when you like you're a boy until you're like 46.
Okay, no. Mm-mm.
When your knee crack for the first time. Or no, or like when you go up a flight of steps and you get tired, like on the second.
You're like
oh.
Let me just okay, I didn't stretch, you know. Sometimes I'm a little in the morning.
Your elbow cracking like, ooh, it's about to rain.
God, the first time your elbow crack, you'd be like, am I literally dying? Is it osteoporosis in my joints? That's an unnatural feeling. You don't feel right. So when did Birdman decide to stop getting tattoos? Do we even know? Was it like last year?
I don't know. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets like still a few tattoos a year. And
I don't know how they go. I don't know how they go about removing them from the face.
I mean, I'm sure there's all kinds of brand new technologies these days that do fun things, but I
mean, I'm getting one of mine removed, and it's a laser process.
Right. That's the one I hear
so I'm
about
like,
the most.
Can you? I mean, and because we are melanated, we don't get to go as frequently as lighter skinned or white people do. So I just am wondering, is that laser even safe for the face?
Right.
Do they have like a handheld one?
I think that's why he's saying he's not even sure if it's going to be something that he can do because of the face and him having so many of them across his face or whatever. But I definitely wish him luck in his journey. And that is sincere. I would like to see them removed healthily and for you to have a normal face, even with the star top, a top of your head, very Christmas-like.
I'm worried about some of the older ones. Well, so I know that part of the removal process has to do with the quality of the ink that was used, whether they used like the good ink, I guess, that they were supposed to, like that will break down and leave your system a lot better than some of the synthetics or whatever, however the lady described it to me. So
I don't know, they also like grow skin or do skin grafting or whatever that shit is called.
Oh my God.
I think that's what Pharrell did.
What?
Yeah, Pharrell did some other shit that I had never heard of.
So what did he do?
Like they gave him new skin.
Where did they take it from? His leg or his
I don't
arm?
know how it works. It like the idea of it creeped me out, and I don't think I did any research.
Okay, yeah,
but yeah, like on like you remember he used to have like a big old tattoo of like an angel or some shit on his arm, and he got it removed.
Yeah,
but I remember reading it was some weird process that I don't know anything.
Well,
about.
I mean, yeah, good luck to Birdman, but this sounds complicated and like a very lengthy process. Why don't you just invest in a good foundation?
You know, Evelyn Braxton said, "No, when you gonna take over this show?"
I would not let Evelyn Braxton tell me nothing. Girl, look at all these people you gave birth to. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing out of you. Fix this.
When are you gonna take that?
Fix your mess.
Do you have anything else here in this bin of garbage?
Well, I mean, it's been an hour. I think we're good.
Okay, great. So that about wraps up all of this foolishness today. Let's take a break. Ooh, they say Brittany checked herself in too. I hope she's all right.
Oh, damn. What's wrong with Brittany?
I'd rather she checked herself into a mental health facility.
Oof. Well, you know
her
what?
dad is sick?
Oh,
damn,
God. I'm sorry. That'll do it.
It's damn sure will. Do it.
But you know what?
Sure will.
Checking yourself in means that you are taking care of yourself. You realize that you are spiraling and it's not going well. So you need to stop it before it gets worse. So sending good vibes to Miss Spears. We'll be right back.
Everybody, good positivity to you all. Hug on yourself. So listen, if you're trying to buy sneakers online, there's a very good chance that the shoe that you are looking at is fake. And how can you be sure if it is real? You can go to goat.com, where it is the safest way to buy and sell authentic sneakers online. They're the largest marketplace in the world for Jordans. They've got 600,000 sneaker listings of all kinds of the fancy footwears that you kids like to rock. Mm-hmm. Okay, they've made the whole process frictionless and trustworthy. They do this by only accepting sellers with the best reputation and by verifying all sneakers to ensure their authenticity for buyers like myself. Every detail is inspected, from the stitching and the color to the size and weight. GOAT certifies that every pair of sneakers on the site matches exact factory specifications. With over 500,000 sneakers on the platform and 10 million users, you won't find better prices for verified 100% authentic sneakers anywhere else. I personally went there and got those PlayStation sneakers that I saw on IGN or something. Not because I'm a sneakerhead, but because they're PlayStation shoes.
When I first heard about it, I was like, oh, it must be all the whack shoes don't nobody want. But it's actually great shoes on the website.
It's like all the shoes that people do want.
Yeah, no, like, so it's even better. I was like, oh, okay, let me find out. I need to go ahead and get some gifts for the sneakerheads in my life, or, you know, try to get my life together. You know, I'm trying to get more Jordans and things of that nature.
So you can match with your studs.
Okay, you know, we got to be cute. We got to coordinate in our pictures that we finna take. So you can also find the perfect 100% authentic sneakers at goat.com/theread. That's GOAT.com/theread. Plus, you'll also be supporting the show, obviously, but go right now before the shoes you want are gone. That is GOAT.com/theread. Get yourself something nice, okay? Because there's some cute shoes on that site. All right, let's move on.
All right, we're here, we're queer, and we're ready for listener letters.
Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may just read them aloud on the show. There's a very quick question here. Somebody put Tooted or Rebooted Video Game Edition. Are there any video games that you would like to see rebooted or remade?
Rebooted.
I'll have to say, I think it was called Burger Town. That was really fun.
Burger Town.
Also, there was a Barbie game that I really liked. It was like you got to navigate Barbie around like a shopping mall or something. Was it Burger Town? And you walk around the thing, you walk around this level and you build burgers.
I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe it's not called Burger
What
Town.
you talking about?
But it was a very old game.
Legend of the Dragoon, is that what it's called? This is old RPG
I don't know.
from back in the day. I believe that's the name of it, The Legend of Dragoon. I really, really fucked with that game on the original PlayStation, and I feel like that would be a cute remake. They are remaking Final Fantasy VII. So, the reboot thing for video games it's interesting because it's tricky like many other remakes, especially in today where so many people are making like these emulators like Soldier Game but authentic where like you can like
First I had to think of what Soldier Game was.
like those, like they're making one for Sega Genesis. I'm pretty sure they're gonna announce like a mini Nintendo.
Is that like
64.
my little Nintendo where it has all the games built into it?
But Sega Genesis.
Oh, so I
think
can
that
play
one comes
Sonic
out this year. Yeah, Sonic will be on it, and a whole bunch of other classic Sega Genesis.
Bring
games.
the Sega Channel back. I have cable now.
No, you did not just say bring back Sega Channel.
Sega Channel was so fun.
I know that, but
I loved Sega Channel.
It's literally.
I waited for the games to refresh all the time. I loved it. God damn, I loved Sega Channel.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, a lot of the games that I loved growing up, they've like remastered and they just put them out again, but make it shinier and look new. That's the money. They just take the old game that you liked from your whatever, and then they make
Give
it
it better
shinier.
graphics.
Yeah, and then put it out like the original Crash Bandicoot games. They recently put all of those out again.
I know what that is.
And just made them look like brand new. And they did that with some other shit too.
Got you. Also, speaking of video games, I have won first place in online Mario Kart races. I've won 6 times now.
Good for you.
Taking a picture of the TV every single time that it happened. But honestly, I'm getting so much better in my skills. It's a lot of hard work and practice, dedication, but I'm getting there.
It's right. I mean, that online. I mean, listen, you're against people who have played probably every Mario Kart for years and years now. So
didn't know till I looked up the gifts that there are lots of Mario Karts. so many.
So many.
Woo! All right, let's get into our first question. This is from Thanos.
Of course it is.
That's how you say that, right? All right.
Thanos, yeah.
Thanos, okay. Thanos says, I've been with my son's father for the past 3 years.
Sorry.
We've dealt with past betrayal we have dealt with his past betrayal.
Yep, I knew it.
And last summer, while dealing with postpartum depression, I also cheated on him with a guy I had known for years.
Shut me up.
In the moment, it felt amazing because I was finally feeling wanted and attractive for the first time since my son was born.
Damn.
But afterwards, I felt guilty, and that didn't help with my depression.
Of course you did.
Fast forward to January of this year, I finally made the decision to go to therapy. I also started writing in my journal again. Of course, I wrote in my journal about the encounter, and the other day, my boyfriend was looking for nail clippers, looked in my nightstand drawer where I keep my vibrator and my journal, and decided to read the journal. He confronted me about it.
Are you fucking kidding me with this fucking stupid ass nigga right now?
He said that my feeling unhappy and alone didn't excuse my cheating because he too feels alone and depressed at times. He also said he was happy that we weren't in front of each other right then because he would have choked or punched me. He said lots of hurtful things out of anger, like how he wished he hadn't gotten me pregnant. I am not sure if I even want to be with him after the way he exploded, but I know I was wrong for cheating on him.
Wow.
Please help. Love you both, Thanos.
I don't know why you named yourself Thanos, because he was way more savage than you.
Yeah, that nigga killed half the world like it was nothing,
and literally smiled about it,
including Shuri.
Went to bed.
I just found
That's
out.
not confirmed.
No, it is. They put her on the doodler.
We're not accepting that.
Okay, well, I actually don't accept it. You right, and not T'Challa neither.
And none of them niggas are dead.
In fact, nobody in Wakanda needs to die.
They're
Vibranium,
in the Sunstone. I mean,
whomst? Now you know I don't know all that. Don't be bringing up old stuff.
They're in the Soul Stone.
Oh fuck! Is that what them stones are in the thing?
Them
rocks, colored rocks that they
one that he killed homegirl over.
They weirdly let him have very easily. Like I watched that movie. Like y'all know what he can do when he.
They legit like just gave him some of them. Like,
so nobody's gonna try harder.
Like most of them, they're just like, oh here. Right.
I was like, well, no fucking wonder we ended up here, bitch. Y'all let him have him. Okay.
And then whatchamacallit, Chris Pratt's dumbass gonna talk about his feelings for this green bitch, and getting off. It was right. Don't bring him back.
Yeah,
don't bring him back.
That's right.
Leave him wherever the fuck them. And bring everybody else back, but that one.
I agree.
How dare you?
Correct.
What was the question?
So she.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We left your real issue to talk about Marvell.
Something fake.
So,
so she's conflicted about being with him because he reacted in such a terrible way. But the conflict comes from the fact that she knows that she was wrong for cheating on him. So, I mean, I agree, but some people feel bad for that, and so they feel like they have to kind of take their responsibility for that.
But then if a nigga tells you I would beat your ass or choke the shit out of you if I was there right now, it's kind of like let's weigh what we're doing.
Right? You're not lying.
I'm not saying, hey girl, good for you for cheating on the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But he cheated on you too.
Right.
So as far as I'm concerned, y'all was even at that point. And
it shouldn't have happened. And I'm just gonna say, just like so many you cheating women, you felt bad, and you felt bad, even though I doubt this nigga did. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna assume to him anything. I didn't even receive that. I didn't even receive that
because I didn't say it. She put it in parentheses. But he visited his ex before he went on deployment, and then saw her again when he came back.
Nigga, if you don't have 2 slices of life and sit your dumb bitch, fuck you.
Hello, pussy.
Fuck you. Are you kidding me? Girl, you better pack up your pussy and take your motherfucking ass on somewhere. Fuck that nigga.
Yeah.
First of all, you cheated on me twice before I stepped out on you, and you're really mad because you probably read that I got me some good dick and I felt good about myself for once. And so he was not only supplying dick, breaking me off with that, but he also knew how to treat my motherfucking ass, unlike your garbage, not good motherfucking dog snout face ass, you raggedy bitch. Talking about you would put hands on somebody and you would eat dust. Fuck that nigga. Girl, fuck him. Okay. Fuck him.
Okay. Well,
break up with him at the moment.
I think your boyfriend had a right to be angry.
Yes.
But what I don't think he had a right to do was, first of all, invade your privacy by reading your journal. 1. And secondly, reacting in such a violent way.
2.
The fact that this man said that he would put his hands on you if y'all were in front of each other, girl, if there was ever a red flag in the history of them hoes, this would be a fucking red banner, girl.
Blood red.
The shit is waving, bitch, free in the air. And then to say that he wish y'all had never had your child.
3.
He wishes that, so our son is not a huge blessing in your life? Do you not love and cherish and care for this nigga? I don't understand how you could wish that our baby wasn't here. I don't understand how you could say that to me. So
http://
2 of them. Break up with him.
fuckyou.org.
Yeah, and the cheating is just, all of that is really on top of this. But sis,
he fully did have even in cheating himself twice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say he didn't have the right to be upset. Sure. But the manner, right.
Yeah, not that reaction.
That's so gross. Yeah. Tell that nigga to beat feet and fall.
Yeah. I mean, truly, because you said that you're in therapy and journaling and all this shit. I really feel like this nigga ain't gonna do nothing but hold you back. And maybe part of his outburst was because he realized you were taking care of your shit and taking care of your mental health. And maybe eventually you would have gotten to the point where you were like, why am I with this
exactly.
nigga? Why? Oh shit. That's why, honestly, a lot of men are scared for their women to go to therapy, because they don't want them to start feeling good about themselves and realize they don't need them do nothing ass niggas.
We don't want you to have a spiritual awakening.
Girl, either way, Thanos, you've got to get the fuck out of there. That man said he would put his hands on you, believe him and leave. Please, girl. If not for you, do it for your baby. But fuck no. See on his fucking mind.
Bitch.
I can't. No, sir. All right, moving on. Our next question comes from Leah. She says, I'm half white, half Filipino, and thanks to the genetic lottery, I came out of my mother gay and white passing. I've been living with my white straight flatmate now for about 9 months. Oh, wait, she's British. Let me do a
no,
accent.
That's all right. We're good. No.
Fuck. How come I can't hear it now?
Because you can't do it.
What does Adele sound like? Oh, thanks.
You've
we
tried
met
an Adele
while we were
accent.
getting our masters and hit off straight away.
Oh, wow.
We live in a really nice area of London for cheap.
Oh, wow.
And have been content with our living situation.
I need to actually know what you're saying.
Okay. Can you not understand
I don't
me?
know what the fuck
You're lying. If I can understand your patois, you can understand me.
Oh, well, okay.
About a month ago, my girlfriend of a year broke up with me on the basis that she wasn't happy that my very Catholic, very Filipino mother was not comfortable with the idea of meeting her straight away. She keeps putting right away. I change it. My mother, okay, fuck, it doesn't sound good, I know. My mother was aware of the relationship.
No, it was fine for a second and then I lost you at the end.
My mother was aware of the relationship and accepts me as I am, but said that she still needed time to process.
So wait, what's going on? She got a girlfriend?
She had a girlfriend a month ago. They were together for a year. You really didn't understand. Okay. So the girlfriend broke up with her a month ago because she wasn't happy about the fact that Leah's mama was not like, yeah, I want to meet your girlfriend. The mama, we're actually getting to that part now. My mother is aware of the relationship and accepts me as I am, but said that she still needed time to process the idea of me being with a woman. This was something I communicated with my girlfriend at the time, but she found it hard to accept that my mother wouldn't welcome her with wide arms into the family immediately. I told my flatmate that I was frustrated with the thought that my ex found, I couldn't help it. I had to say it.
No, I get it.
That my ex found it difficult to accept the cultural differences between my Asian household and her very typical English one. I then said I was done with white women and would now only date other women of color. You know?
I mean,
I guess so. But,
okay.
you know, she's Filipino, so there's Asians in her house.
You could be black and English? Or,
Fast.
I don't know. I'm assuming she's white. I'm assuming the girlfriend's white?
Oh, yeah, the girlfriend's white.
Okay. Or the ex, whatever.
Yes. Well, actually, she didn't say. Oh, no, had to be, because you said you were done with white women. All right. Fast forward to this weekend. My flatmate came into my bedroom, absolutely fuming.
I know you are struggling not to do it. Just go for it.
Accusing me of being racist against the white community. She says that ever since the breakup,
how dare this bitch?
I've been hostile against her people, and that she says she doesn't even feel safe in her own home. She told me that as someone who's also white, I should know how it feels to be victimized.
Oh, wait a minute, bitch.
For being white. And even brought up the fact that my father's a good man and that the comments I made were unfair to him. She also said I look whiter than I do Filipino, so I'm not allowed to victimize myself when it comes to racism.
Beat her ass. I'm kidding. Don't.
She said she kept her mouth shut these past weeks because she thought the therapy I was receiving for my depression would fix the issues I had with the white community.
Girl, fuck you.
She explained that my behavior, was starting to scare her to the point where she thinks that I may attack her one day just for being white. I spent about an hour crying after she said all this to me.
What the fuck is wrong with this heifer?
And when she realized how upset I was about the accusation, she offered to help me through whatever issues I was having.
Bitch, you're not the help I need.
I didn't want to open up about the trauma I grew up with because I don't trust her with my pain. That's between me and my therapist. After telling her that I wouldn't hurt her or hated the white community, she dropped everything and is now acting as if nothing ever happened.
I bet. Typical
I now
white.
can't stand the sight of her.
I bet you can't.
And I feel unsafe in my beautiful, affordable home. I've been trying my best to put on a friendly face around her because I don't think I could mentally put myself through the hurt. I will admit that I've been making more jokes and snide comments about white people, but I guess I was being too careless with my remarks around my fragile, delicate flatmate. I'm also aware that I'm privileged to be mixed and white passing and have been consistently taught by my own mother that society will be far more accommodating to me than my fellow Filipino friends and family because of it. I'm more than happy to end our friendship, but I don't want to leave the flat I'm living in. As I said, I found a really good deal for it. And it's in a really great location, which is rare in a city like London.
I'm losing it again, now it's just because I'm too busy laughing.
Should I bring up the issue with my flatmate and try to explain to her why everything she said was not okay and how much it hurt me? Or should I just put on a friendly face and secretly try to move out? Thank you guys for reconfirming my beliefs about how dumb most white people can be every week. All the best, Leah. Sorry, Leah. Sorry, but I could not help myself from doing that accent. Woo!
Well, girl,
what do
Luma
you do?
Salem to you too. And
what do you do?
How many of her belongings can you destroy?
It would be really difficult for me not to laugh in her face when she went on a tirade about white people being victimized for being white.
You know what that is? Growth. Because I would be ready to fight.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? No, girl. You have the whole entire game twisted up. So how did we get here from my mama saying she's just not ready to meet you?
Yeah, well, see, that was the stuff with the girlfriend. Like, the girlfriend broke up with her because she felt like, if I'm not going to be accepted.
Flatmate is not the girlfriend.
No, flatmate is roommate, but not the same as a girlfriend.
I know what you are.
I just wanted to say roommate in my accent.
So the roommate is the one who has been saying all of this.
Yeah,
shit.
the roommate is the one who was like, you said you would never date another white woman, and you've been making all these remarks about how fucked up white people are, and as a white person you should know, like, first of all, she called you white. She told you weren't dark enough basically to claim anything else, which is just like,
I just don't get how white people feel so comfortable to say that shit to people. I will net like. I've been a nigga for my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And I can't even understand the other side half of it. But I really can't understand how you could feel so comfortable to tell a person of color, mixed or not, that they don't look like a POC. Bitch, are you stupid? Like, where do you even get off, dummy? And you feel.
Yeah.
The victimization of white people?
Girl.
Of white people?
I'm going to have
Where?
to. I'm going
At what point? Where?
No.
Where do they do that?
Not that you thought
where does it
was going to make me hate white people less. Why would that be the case?
You know what would make me hate white people less? White people not being shit.
Right. Oh, man. Yeah. I would just, I think I would have to say to her, the fact that you tried to tell me that I'm not mixed enough to feel this way about white people is so utterly fucked.
She said these things to her face?
Yeah. I don't know how leases work over there. Like, you said y'all been living together for 9 months. I don't know if y'all signed a 1 or 2 year lease. I know you said it's a cheap place in a really nice area, so you don't want to leave, and that's totally understandable, but I would have to get that bitch right together. And then if she was still on her, well, white feelings matter too, then, once that lease is up, one of us is going to have to go.
I would be like, you know what?
One of us is going to have to go.
What? White feelings do matter. But your white feelings don't matter to me. Okay? Not in this house, not outside this house, not ever again. All right, bitch? I'm done with you and your opinions on the matter of race, society in general. I don't want to hear no more of your opinions. Don't say nothing to me unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
And that is in the case that, like, you really have no choice but to continue staying with this girl until you have an option of otherwise.
Right.
And that's just on girl. Don't come over here and say nothing to
right. me. I was going to tell you not to say anything about white people around her, but it's probably best if y'all just don't even speak at all. If you're not gonna get her together. But even if you do, be like, okay, bitch, so when you came in here to talk to me, you had me fucked up, and it was here, and here that I would like to address. Even still, it's probably not gonna. Y'all not gonna go back to just being regular old chummy ass friends.
Because look at how white people do. Look at how white people do. It couldn't even just be like, so you be coming in here and talking about, how we smell like corn chips and stuff, and you be making these jokes, and then like
wet dogs,
and like it hurts my feelings sometimes, and I just I don't know how to feel about it. You gotta jump into this bitch don't even look Asian, and bitch, I would think
so fucked up.
I would think that you getting therapy would make you think the way that I do, bitch. But clearly your therapist is trash, you weird bitch.
And isn't your father white?
And your father would be ashamed of you, bitch, because you're dragging his caucasity through the mud. Like, you couldn't even just stop at the fact that me making jokes about white people or my white ex or whatever makes you feel a way. And we can certainly dissect that as well. But if you approach me with respect and with common sense, I can approach you right back with some respect and common sense.
But you came to me with your white feelings.
And you gonna get these facts. You gonna get the truth. You know what I'm saying? But I can match your tone. You're not gonna come over to me as a person that is half white, half Filipino, or whatever it is, and tell me, oh, well, bitch, you don't even look mixed. You look like a white girl to me. So...
Okay, but I'm not a white girl, and you'll get your white ass beat fucking with me.
I will take this MacBook across your chin.
And I don't want to have to do it, bitch.
Idiot.
I will fucking rearrange your face hole. And then for her to be acting like she's scared of you now. Like she said that
right.
my behavior was starting to scare her to the point where she thinks I may attack her one day for being white.
Yeah, y'all always scared.
I thought you said I was also white. So which is it? It can't be Uchiwali and one mic, girl. Are you scared of me because you're white, or am I also white so I don't get to say nothing about white people? What? Make it make sense, Karen.
The absolute unmitigated nerve of a white bitch to say that they are afraid that they're going to be attacked for being white.
The white people who aren't like, wow, white people are the worst. I just don't get along with them.
I almost never
I don't get along.
can get along with you in an extended period of time.
No, it has to be like
you got honestly,
white people who are constantly calling out white people's bullshit and privilege and that sort. Those are the only white people I can be around.
White people who who instantly get offended and all up in arms when someone, even I've seen white people get mad at other white people being like, "Oh, white people are so raggedy, girl."
Yeah,
those are the ones that I know not to trust.
Even better,
because how do you not know?
We are so raggedy, and when they don't try to distinguish themselves from white people, they're like, we as a race have got to do a whole lot fucking better. Those are really the only white people I could tolerate in my home. So I just feel like as much as you don't want to move, it might be for the best, because if you ain't got peace at home, I just can't. You have to have peace at home because the world is messy enough. You got to be able to go home and not feel like your roommate is tiptoeing around because, all of a sudden the crazy color side of you might come out and strike her for being white, girl. Fuck that bitch. Soon as y'all can not live together no more, do that and don't even worry about being friends.
You have your motherfucking nerve.
Yeah, you do, bitch.
How?
Yeah, fuck that. All right.
I said, how dare you 18
I think
times
that's
this week.
enough. Honestly, I feel like we do too many questions, and that's why this show is always so fucking long.
No, I think the hot topics are too long.
No, I think it's the questions. Because we've already done 3. That's plenty.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That's it for the questions. Send yours to asktheread@gmail.com. We will be right back. Hey y'all, Mother's Day is coming up, and if you're not sure what to get for the woman who gave you everything, FabFitFun has you covered because the 2019 FabFitFun Spring Box is on sale now. It's basically 12 gifts for the price of one. You can get your mom a bunch of goodies from a variety of categories like health, beauty, fitness, valued at over $200 for only $49.99. These are full-size products. In fact, many of them, the individual value is worth more than the cost of the entire box. Now, when I got my FabFitFun box, I was honestly surprised because a lot of these box subscription services, you'd be like, okay, girl, what is this trash? Bitch, I opened this FabFitFun. First of all, like they said, full sizes of everything. And then lots of products that I love. I got put onto all these different brands. This one had a leave-in from Way Hair Care, and I would have never tried it before. And it was perfect for my hair. They gave you these cute little bowls that you can use for mixing or decorating, whatever. It had a cute ass purse in it. There was a jump rope, in case you're trying to get your fitness together.
I love a jump rope.
Yes, it was some face masks and eye gel masks. I like so many products where I'm like, I am actually going to buy more from this brand because of this box. I was just stunned by how much I loved everything inside of it. You can sign up for FabFitFun today. These boxes always sell out, so hurry up. You use code THEREAD to get $10 off your first box. That's at fabfitfun.com. Go ahead and sign up and start getting the box for a life well lived. That's promo code THEREAD to get $10 off your first box. So again, FabFitFun.com. Use code THEREAD to get $10 off your first FabFitFun box. I really loved mine. I cannot wait to see what comes in my next one. So I hope you enjoy. Let's move on.
Hey, also listen, we all need someone to talk to, and Talkspace is always there just for that. Talkspace is a therapy for how we live today. It is mobile, it is affordable, and available when you need it. Look, maybe you need somebody to talk to about your ex, or somebody who's about to be your ex.
Or your white roommate.
Or your white roommate.
You never know.
your comments on the Shade Room, all of the above, whatever. Simply provide your preferences for therapy, and Talkspace will match you with one of 3,000 plus therapists the very same day. You can send your therapist unlimited text, audio, picture, or video messages from anywhere at any time, and you'll hear back daily 5 days a week. You'll never have to wait a week to share what's on your mind. All you need is a computer with an internet connection or the mobile app for Talkspace. So join more than 1 million people who are feeling happier with Talkspace. We talk about it all of the time. We've used it before, and we are totally pro therapy because, my God, look at the world. Who doesn't need it?
And therapy is truly life-changing, and so many of you have hit us up to let us know how your Talkspace therapist is helping you manage stuff that you've been dealing with either recently or for a long time, sometimes lifelong issues. It just helps so much to talk to a qualified mental health professional. Again, Talkspace has over 3,000 licensed therapists who are experienced in addressing the challenges we all face. So to get matched with your perfect therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, go to Talkspace.com and use code READ to get $45 off your first month. That's code READ at Talkspace.com. Do something for your mental health. So, so important. Let's wrap up the show.
Okay, so time for the read.
And I'm talking about this Omari Hardwick situation, so if you want to go first.
Yeah, I'll go first because I'm actually going to pass mine.
Oh, okay.
Pass the read like we used to.
So, this read comes from Baby Fendi.
Oh. Okay.
It says a Canadian read.
Oh, sir.
Baby Fendi says, "Hey guys, long-time listener, first-time reader here from up north." I love that. Because technically, I consider where I am right now up north.
Same. I was just about to say.
That's what we call.
All my life, anything above Colorado has been up north. Shit, bitch.
And in the good province of Ontario, our current conservative premier, our state governor, Doug Ford, has decided to repeal an updated sex ed curriculum that would replace the one that has been being taught since 1998.
Oh,
nigga.
no. Oh, no. Something has to change.
The updated curriculum addressed alternative family types, LGBT issues, online predators, and a slew of other things that would create a safer learning environment for kids. And this stupid ass tomato-faced big bitch Ford repealed it to appeal to his racist ass rural voter racist ass rural voter base who graze sheep or some shit all the way up in the village of buttfuck no blacks, Northern Ontario. And everyone thinks that since we're not America, but she put in the SpongeBob font, we're not America.
Yes, I love it.
Everyone thinks that since we're not America, that racism doesn't exist up here. Tell that to these old white crypt keeping ass bitches in my apartment building who I've overheard talking about the immigrant problem. Tell that to the white trash Confederate hat wearing.
Confederate hat?
And in parentheses it then says, which don't even make sense, bro. My nigga, we are in Canada. That shit don't even apply.
I'm so confused. It didn't make sense in Oklahoma, but it for damn sure don't make sense in Canada.
Confederate hat wearing white men over in Oshawa, where Daniel Caesar is from. So I don't know what people were talking about when they were defending that coon.
Go in, Canada.
Tell that to the millions of Ontarians who voted for Doug Ford overwhelmingly, even though this dumb red bitch had no platform and pretty much ran on Fuck Cap and Trade, a program meant to address climate change. Immigrants are bad, and I'll bring a $1 beers, you hear?
Oh, no. Like George W.
Sounds like so many politicians. Trust me, Canada has an incredibly dark history with race, and the conservatives up here use the not as bad as Trump argument to get away with some heinous rhetoric about black and brown people. And when Doug Ford actually decides to enact a recently leaked piece of legislation where they plan to create a 2-tier healthcare system, one public, one private. Wow.
Sounds like America.
And eventually say that they're moving to a private model. Then I hope you colonizing my family heritage goes back when hundreds of years, face ass, denture filled, wobbly bones, help I've fallen and I can't get up, pseudo mega bitches, wobbly bones, sent me.
I will never recover from wobbly bones.
I'm putting wobbly bones in my bio.
The thought of somebody having like gummy bears for bones. Like them inflatable things outside of car dealerships and shit.
Wobbly bones.
Oh, man.
Pseudo MAGA bitches drown in your dollar beers. Say goodbye to subsidized pharmacare. Say goodbye to universal health care.
Oh, no.
And go fuck yourselves. Love you guys. Baby Fendi.
Well, shout out to you.
I live.
Thank you for keeping us abreast of Canadian fuckery.
Yes, I love it.
Unfortunately, I don't see too much of Canadian news. So I just assume everything up there is better than what's going on down here. You know, not.
I guess that's what they're running on. It sounds like that's the.
Sounds like they
Yeah.
are really capitalizing off that.
It does.
And using it to be some assholes. I don't even know how I would feel if I saw a MAGA hat or a Confederate shirt in
Bitch,
fucking
can
Canada.
you imagine?
No, it sounds like the fucking
I have to run up on you. Like, what are you even
okay,
doing?
Bitch. Okay, bitch.
You hate niggas that much?
It don't make no sense.
You know you're not from there, right?
You know, you could. We'll gladly trade, you know, if y'all want to come down here and be with the fucking maggots, you know, we could just go up there and chill with.
Can we just make Canada Wakanda? And
I
y'all
wish.
just all.
Unfortunately, Canada is too cold. Niggas can't do that. We can't live like that.
You told a real truth.
Because New York is.
I forgot.
New York is the furthest north I will ever live. As much as I love Canada, I simply cannot do them.
Toronto's
winters.
really pretty though.
It is. Toronto
it's like New York, but clean.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
It is New York, but safe to take a deep breath.
Yeah.
So, but it's too fucking cold. I cannot do it. Thank you for letting
thank
us
you so
know.
much for that, Baby Fanny. There was also a letter in here about somebody who was mad that they went to go see Us, and apparently it was a white couple in there fucking.
Fucking in the theater?
Yep.
What?
It was a good one too, but I felt like
We'll save it
maybe
for later.
next week.
Yeah. Oh, okay. My stomach hurts.
Oof.
All right. Well, moving on to the NAACP Image Awards. First of all, feel like my entire Instagram timeline was there.
Yeah.
You all looked incredibly gorgeous. Unfortunately, not as gorgeous as Marseille Martin, who absolutely shitted on all of you grown-ups.
A huge dunk.
I can't get over that little girl.
I gasped.
I really did. It took my breath away to see her in that gown.
I
Because
can't.
everything about her is like mature, but still a little girl.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, this looks like a 14-year-old going to a black tie event, not a 14-year-old trying to be grown, but still very like elegant and poised and just
She's
incredible.
living.
That stylist is killing it. I just can't say enough good things.
Even her like her promos and stuff, like
Yeah.
I think
all the
she
little
did,
stuff
like,
that they're doing.
Kimmel or something recently, and
Yeah.
she had on like all like I'm just like, girl, they are dressing.
They are.
You.
You look good.
And you know she beats her face.
Oh yeah, I've seen. You know, I'm just waiting on the YouTube to launch.
Right.
Mother does her own makeup.
Yeah. I mean,
But
can you just get in?
I just had to stand for Marseille Martin real quick because that dress, honey, the whole look, I just was dying.
But everybody did look really beautiful.
You did. Everybody looked incredible.
Mhm.
Including Beyonce.
Yeah. Yep.
You niggas were.
Excited is an understatement.
It is. The fact that y'all lined up near their seats for the chance to say hello to Beyonce and Jay-Z. Okay, so my spirit was disturbed because Beyonce already don't really be leaving the house like that.
We know that.
She keeps her public appearances limited. And I feel like there is just this unspoken rule that we all know that when Beyonce is around to just leave her the fuck alone. Like, I just feel like we all know that. And yet we don't all do that.
I mean, I know that.
I have been at an award show with Beyonce, and not that I was anywhere near her, but if I was, I would have left her the fuck alone because she didn't come here to hear my fucking standing. I'm sure she expects it at this point, but y'all were doing way too much for an event where I thought niggas should have, honestly, frankly, known better. Anyway, she sang, she and Jay-Z
I wasn't that shocked, to be honest with you.
I was not shocked, but a little disgusted. Like, really?
Some of it was like a little much.
Go
like,
sit down.
Some of it was a little
Y'all
much.
are in a... As soon as I got in line to say hello to Beyonce and Jay-Z, sitting at their seats, like, no, I'm not
I feel
doing
like,
that.
yeah.
This is not a fucking meet and greet.
Right.
Go sit down.
This ain't waffles and dingus.
Yes,
I feel like I said that wrong.
Where have I heard that? Is it
It's the
Parks and
waffle
Rec?
truck.
Oh, waffles. Oh, yes.
Is it Dinges?
I don't know. That's a Belgian word. And I don't know how to say it.
One of you guys tell me.
Those
how you
fucking
say
waffles are good. Ooh,
they
bitch.
are phenomenal.
Now you got. I hate you, nigga, because now I want one with that fucking speculoos.
Absolutely.
And
The only one I get.
bananas. Oh, it's so good.
I haven't had one in years.
Me either. God damn you. Now do they still have that truck by Lincoln Center?
Yes,
I'm
it's
gonna go
literally
right over
there
by
all of the
66th
time.
Street. God damn it. All right. Anyway.
And they be having one all the time right in front of the Time Warner building.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
At 59th?
Yep.
Fuck.
Right there in Columbus Circle.
Okay. God damn it. I try not to go over there because Trump Tower disturbs my spirit.
Every time I see it.
But for the waffle truck, I might. Anyway, Beyonce and Jay-Z were greeting the cast of Power.
The cast of Power was greeting them.
There you go.
Yeah.
They were, frankly, probably borderline harassing them.
They were there to pick up their
However,
award.
young girl from 3LW seemed to...
Naturi.
Got her feelings out and then was, going to respectfully get the fuck out the way. And that was that. Omari Hardwick, however...
Okay, go ahead. Never mind.
No, I think that's how you say it. Is it not?
His name? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I don't know this nigga.
No, I
had
said
to look up.
sidebar about something else, but I was interrupting you.
Well,
But
no.
you said his name right.
Okay. So Omari decided that not only was he going to greet the queen
With a hug.
And not just a regular, how people who are friends or who maybe have just met one another and they're hugging to say
A
goodbye.
saved hug.
There is a saved hug. And then there's the Omari Hardwick hug in which he first kissed her on the side of her cheek.
Which, what?
Don't understand why you did that. We're not girls. We're not friends. What the fuck is wrong with you? Then puts his arm around her shoulder and kind of presses himself into her body. It's like a very intimate sort of hug, like the kind of hug you would expect to get from maybe your ex who came in town and y'all met up for one night and then that nigga was leaving. That kind of hug.
Yep.
This is not a friendly or an, oh my God, Beyonce, I've stand all my life kind of hug.
That hug your ex give you and you be like,
He's like, okay, so are you trying to make me feel something here or
Okay,
you trying to get something started? Right.
Yeah,
The hug was too much. And then as he's stepping away from the hug, he goes to kiss her again. And this time he catches her in the corner of her mouth.
Let me tell you something. I didn't even finish the video because by the time he got in, when he gave her that first kiss and wasn't gone,
I was pissed.
I was too uncomfortable to even keep going.
Yeah.
So I stopped, but I saw a screenshot of that second kiss and how close to her actual God-given mouth this nigga was.
Yes.
She's married.
A handshake would have sufficed. Beyonce, big fan of your work. You look beautiful tonight. More than enough.
The African-American chest tap and nod is always a good one as well.
You could even do the Wakanda Forever.
That's
better than violating Beyonce's fucking space and putting your nasty plebeian ass lips on her skin. Are you out of your mind? I don't understand why men feel like this is okay. And, to a lot of people's credit, they were like, okay, this is wild, uncomfortable. Beyonce should have slapped the shit out of him. Jay-Z gonna put a hit out on him. Women don't need to be grabbed, hugged, kissed, just to speak to you or whatever. But, sir, the pure audacity to put your nasty ass rot mouth anywhere near Beyonce's space. To do that. And the fact that she didn't immediately go, you could tell she was remaining composed because obviously there are always cameras on her and she's not trying to give you girls a shade room moment. But she looked uncomfortable and disturbed by your presence once you left. I already don't like niggas like that. If y'all cause Beyonce to never come outside again or speak to the rest of us after this shit with the twins and Blue's photo done came out, I'll never forgive you niggas.
I said by the time I'm important enough to be in the same room as this bitch, she's gonna be moving around in her own Parkwood patented bubble.
Not even talking to us.
I just don't touch you girls anymore. You can see me through the bubble, okay? And that's it. Don't come up to me. Solange and Solange alone may enter the bubble.
Right.
I'm done with you girls because you have tried it.
Yeah.
What?
The the first kiss was bad enough. To go in for a second kiss was just so inappropriate. I really don't know how anybody can excuse what they saw in that video.
I think that can be assuming, like, regardless of who it is, to be honest with you. I don't think it's always necessarily something that's just like, it doesn't have to be like red alert, we have a creep on our hands. But even me, sometimes when I'm out in the street and I don't know you like that and motherfuckers be want to come and press their face up against mine, I'm just like, I could do without it. You know what I'm saying? We could dap it up, you know? So for you to like...
True. Like, I do not like to hug strangers, mainly because I tend to get very sick when that happens. Like... You know, niggas will be all up in your face knowing that they are sick as fuck. They will do that and not give a damn. So I prefer, you know, let's all just stay arms distance away from one another and have a nice conversation that way. But this was just so gross and such a violation. And it made me think of this shit that's going on with Joe Biden.
Oh.
Where these women are coming out and saying Joe Biden, not accusing him of sexual assault, but accusing him of something that I think is a lot like what we saw Omari Hardwick do to Beyonce. It's a hug, but it's like too intimate of a hug.
Right.
It's a kiss, but it's like why we don't, like, we're not, we don't kiss. Like, I just feel like this not a common thing that we do to one another, you know? And this is definitely a new day and age where women are being like, you know what? Actually, we gonna talk about...
I don't like this, right?
I don't like that. And women have just kind of taken it because you don't want to be the bitch.
Right.
You don't want to be the one causing a stink or making a big fuss about something. But it's time to say, I'm tired of you niggas being all extra close to me and you just randomly find reasons to touch me and your hands slide down my back when we taking pictures. It's a million little things y'all do that y'all need to stop fucking doing. And this made me think of that.
I was gonna mention that pastor with Ariana Grande, but that was way worse.
Oh, that was disgusting.
That was way worse because that got way more
really
than
gross.
just having like his hand on her shoulder. Like, he was groping her.
But they tried to do the same justification, like, oh, that's a pastor.
Right.
Why would he do something like that? I'm like, this is in the middle of Aretha's funeral and all this. Clearly, men don't give a fuck, and if they want to touch, they will do it. It don't have to be like President grabbing by the pussy. It don't have to be that explicit or that awful, but it is definitely something that happens a lot.
And at the end of the day,
a lot.
Regardless of what your intention is, if you're running around here making women uncomfortable, wouldn't you just want to not?
Yeah.
You know, like,
no, you wouldn't, because you would rather touch them and feel, you know, Beyonce's titties up against your chest, which... understandable, but have you lost your mind?
I'd love to feel Beyonce's titties up against my chest.
I'm not even into titties.
Right.
And I feel like they would be incredible.
I feel like that's
but Beyonce would have to be like,
is a place.
I don't love that commercial.
I thought you were going to say song, but sure, yes. Both.
I mean, the song too. But yeah. I just, you know, not without Beyonce personally inviting me to her mammy titty would I ever do something like that. Like, I would never be like, let me just snuggle myself up against Beyonce. Let me just sneak a kiss in and then sneak in another one. Like, have you...
I wouldn't even reach out to shake her hand unless she started it.
Right. I really like... I just am so... I feel like I'm allergic to getting on celebrities' nerves in real life. Like, I feel like the absolute last thing I want to do is be that person who's like doing the most. And so
remember when I saw Stanley from The Office and wouldn't even go say hi?
Cry.
And the whole internet was like, he's really nice, just go up to him. And I would not.
Like,
I didn't want to bother him.
Yeah.
I was like, we're not at an office convention. This nigga is here to see a show just like I am here to see a show.
He didn't come here for a meet and greet. He's not on stage, you know?
And even if I did, I wouldn't have hugged this nigga and been like, I'm so excited, let me touch your face and get real close.
Say it. Do a Stanley line. Do the Stanley face. Roll your eyes.
Did I stutter? Say, did I stutter? Like, I don't know.
Yell at one of these white folks.
But it's like you being a celebrity on top of
You
that. You would think.
And especially because the internet had to tell me this because I don't keep up with whoever Omari is either. But apparently sometime last year, he went on some tirade about how fans are disrespectful in person.
Really?
And, don't respect his space or don't respect his wife and all this. And I'm like, well, nigga, maybe don't nobody respect your fucking space because you have an issue respecting other people's space. And apparently during that night he did the same thing to, I don't know if it was Thandie Newton or Halle Berry. It was one of them that y'all told me. Like,
I know they be giving away champagne and stuff, but
hugged somebody ultra close like that too. And I'm like, this is disgusting. That's really fucking nasty. And we're getting to a point where men are going to really have to reckon with their behavior. And the more we talk about it, the more it's going to keep coming up, because this is incredibly common. This might be even more common than sexual assault, which is already very fucking common.
I feel you.
But men putting women in uncomfortable positions, making them feel uncomfortable, and then being like, well, I didn't do nothing wrong. It ain't like you can be mad at me. It's like, but you did, and I can. So fuck Omari Hardwick. I'm certain he will never be within 20 feet of Beyonce again, or at least not without like getting on his knees, crying and apologizing. But
we were just searching the ends of the earth for whoever bit this woman in her face.
So now
and here you go, bringing
it all back, bringing back terrible memories.
What are you doing?
I know she was like, oh no, saliva, I've been here before. No. And she looked disgusted. You should go back and watch it just to see the end of it, because she looked so disturbed.
I was so uncomfortable. I didn't even want to see her go through that.
Instantly, I was pissed off.
Did you see the photo that she posted of her kissing her husband? Like right after?
No, but I love that.
She posted like a photo. I think it was her accepting her award, and then the next picture, like the slide, was her kissing Jay, like in that same.
See, I was wondering why they went. I was like, why are y'all even at the?
Because they got awarded. That was the only reason.
I thought they got awarded at GLAAD. I didn't know they got awarded at. What did they get at the NAACP? Like that's something. Unfortunately, I didn't watch it, but
I didn't know that it aired.
Yeah, I didn't know it aired live on TV. I thought it aired like a couple weeks later or something.
Not the first time it's aired.
No, I was like, okay, well, fuck me.
I saw the televised footage after, and I was like, I could have watched this.
Yes, I was pretty mad.
I thought that you just had to be invited.
Right, same. So the simple truth of the matter is that,
and them Jussie Smollett jokes were not that bad.
Oh, I didn't even see him.
I saw all these headlines. Chris Rock rips Jussie Smollett after they told him not to make these jokes.
The headlines are always far more dramatic than the story.
They weren't that big a deal.
Yeah, that is always the case. But Beyonce probably went home and said, you know what? I was going to give these niggas an album and a tour, but fuck it. Fuck it. I'm not doing shit. Y'all talking all these conspiracy theories about her being pregnant. I hope she is pregnant. And I hope we don't never see this fourth baby neither. I hope she hide that little nigga somewhere behind her retina only walls where you gotta be, your eyeballs gotta get scanned for you go into deeper recesses of her house, and we never see them kids because we don't deserve.
During Blue's high school graduation pictures, there's going to be another nigga there, and we'd be like, who the fuck? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, meanwhile, mind my business.
I did.
Since you fucking niggas
reproduce again.
Don't know how to act.
Yeah. Y'all don't know how to act about photos of my children, and you don't know how to act when I decide to be in your presence. So I guess I just can't do that shit no more.
I guess I just fucking won't.
And since y'all can't respect me, you're not getting no fucking album. Maybe next year, bitches.
I loved when she posted that photo, though, because it was just like...
She knew we were all talking about it.
But it also like lets me know that she's like, yeah, I too agree. She be peeping the shade and then just throwing in her little fun thing and then going back to being, Beyonce.
She just incredible. She looked so good.
You guys just got way too overwhelmed.
Yeah, and you know what? Clearly y'all have gotten too comfortable. Clearly Beyonce's been too nice. Mm-hmm. She's been too accessible, which is hard. I can't even believe I said that because she does not come outside.
I mean, but she's just throwing parties and having the girls come over.
Be near her. She, let y'all have the Rock Nation brunch at the house and went outside and talked to y'all. And I just feel like she must be regretting it at this point. Y'all leave Beyonce the fuck alone. And also, I don't know where or how she gets everybody's baby pictures, but there's
that's a good point.
There's no stone unturned when it comes to baby pictures. If she wants to post you, she will find your baby picture.
Do they just hit, what happens?
Probably she just thinks it, and then somebody hits her up like, I heard you wanted a picture of Nipsey Hussle. Sorry. See, like I said, I'm old. And
I mean, it's literally a play on the name Nipsey Russell.
Great. But I know you wanted to see him in kindergarten, so here you go. I feel like she doesn't even have to really ask. People just volunteer them.
She really does be coming out of nowhere with everybody's baby picture.
She does. So, yeah, fuck y'all for violating any woman, but especially my queen. You've lost your fucking man.
Come on, my nigga. You couldn't have just settled with a hug.
So gross.
You couldn't have just settled with a hug. You got a hug.
And it was a nasty hug at that. Go kiss
2 kisses?
Go kiss your wife and leave Beyonce
2 kisses? Dos? What do you...
Ekis?
No. I know kiss. I know
besos.
Kiss. Dos besos? I'm from Miami. That should have came to me way faster than it did.
Oh, amen.
Anyways, yes, that was an appropriate and
it made me so mad.
Timed read.
It made me so mad. And then I was watching the news, of course, 24/7, like I always do. And the Joe Biden story has been coming up a lot lately. And I'm like, wow, men are going to have to reckon with this. Like, finally, we're going to have to address this. And I really believe Joe Biden is going to run. This is certainly going to come up again.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want the conversation around this to happen, and to happen on a national scale, because it's not just the blatant violations. It's the many ways y'all make women feel uncomfortable.
And that always leads to other things. It's never just like an arm on, your lower back and whatever.
Yeah.
Because again, women are so like used to not saying anything or just putting up with it. And that just like opens the door for niggas to just press it further and further and further and further and further. And then, what did I do?
And some of y'all like it because you're starved for healthy attention and love and touch in your lives. So you welcome it and then wonder why other women have a problem with it. There's a lot of layers to this issue. So I'm glad we're going to be talking about it, but fuck Omari Hardwick. Go hug up on yo bitch and leave our bitch alone. Amen. That wraps up this week's episode of The Read. Check us out.
I'm sure there are so many women who be seeing this nigga. It's so funny you said that because I had no idea he said that shit. I'm sure so many niggas be probably running up on Ghost when they see him in the street and be trying to hug up on him and stuff like that, knowing he's married, being inappropriate because they think he's cute because they watch Power, even though Ghost is the literal worst. Ghost is steaming compost.
It don't matter if he's fine.
He is it don't matter. Just trash. Anyway. Yes, I agree with you.
Check us out. thisistheread.com. We are on social media at This Is The Read. Do you have any announcements this week?
I don't have any announcements this week, but rest in peace to Shanti Carmen.
Yeah, that story really broke my heart. Another black trans woman killed probably by a cisgender heterosexual black man. And I really did not want to get into the whole story or the details of the story this week, but I just want the kind of energy that we have for men who are victimized or men who are killed or whatever. I wish we as a community had that same energy when black trans women are killed, because it happens all the time. Like, if you are paying attention, these stories come out with, like, it's an alarming pace. Like, every month, every 6 to 8 weeks, there's another name, another hashtag.
And they're almost always like looked over. They're just like, right. It's so
who
normalized.
cares? The black LGBTQ community. But when we ask the cishets to come through, it's like,
that's what I was saying. It's like a complicated position to be in.
That's why I don't show up for these niggas no more.
I think that, being black and queer is like inherently lonely in a lot of cases. And like, speaking as a black gay male, I can say, like, just from my perspective, it's always been like cishet white people, like, obviously don't give no fucks.
Yeah, of course.
But like cishet black folk also don't
really
give no fucks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? White gays don't give
Certainly
no fucks except when they
got their marriage equality, so they're done.
Right. Besides getting fucked, there are none. No. And then honestly, black gay guys are not really very kind to each other either. So it's like we kind of just have our village.
Yeah.
You have like your circle of people that you may have met and feel like you can trust and stuff like that, and that's it. But like the sense of community and upliftment for us, specifically black and black gay men, and I'm sure the same can be said for queer people of color across the board. It's so different, and that's why it's so difficult to see people of influence and people that are doing good for the community dismiss us at the same time. It's so fucking hurtful. And the conversation, like when you see the conversation again from your own people, like perpetuated and continue to like dismiss you and shit on you, or tell you to hold on, or tell you to like pick a side, or that you're one side over the other. It's like,
or lump you in with child molesters.
Oh my God.
Rapists.
Like, it's just me being 31 at this point. I'm unfortunately like accustomed to it, and I almost feel numb to it in a lot of ways. But at the same time, it's so unfortunate, and it's really like frustrating that across the board, there's just a lack of compassion where we need it the
Yeah.
most. Jokes can fly. Humor is incredibly necessary. The memes and all of that stuff, you know, and sure, because Lord knows we could use, you know, laughter
Sure do.
in the right places. But just the lack of compassion for human life is just depressing as fuck. It really is. Across the board. And I just wish there was more of it.
Yeah.
But I don't have an announcement this week.
Okay.
And
I just, yeah.
My
Ashanti Carmen, you
acronym-
deserved so much better. Rest in peace.
my acronym is going to be
Cannot wait.
TTM.
TTM.
You are gonna be so mad.
TTM. Titty Mania.
I like that better.
What is it? Talk to me? No, you would never say that.
To the moon. To the moon. To the moon.
Is this the Drag Race song?
To the moon.
We're leaving.